Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
Ist schon ein Plan?
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it?
Yo.
Captain of the Unreliable. You're like something out of a serial drama. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
Ich habe deinen Namen nicht mitbekommen. Ich bin Klettelig.
Felix Millstone. Pleased to make your acquaintance. See you.
Felix.
Just arrived? Head over to customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
Ja, ich schnupper hier erstmal überall rein.
Huh?
Ha? Hä? Hu?
Do you mind? I'm trying to file a report.
Try to file a report, bruh. Seriously, bruh. Gladys. Married. Marmalade. Ich kletter hier einfach mal rum. Wird schon keiner was dagegen haben. Das Schiff ist ganz schön fett, hey.
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Go weiter. Go weiter.
Just arrived? Head over to customs. Wheeler needs to process you.
Hi, Wheeler.
Identification, please.
Bitte sehr.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
Wie bekomme ich das Problem gelöst?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker.
Ah.
His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
Irgendeine Ahnung, wieso mein Schiff beschlagnahmt wurde?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Oh, großartig. Ich werde mit ihm reden und die Sache richtig stellen.
You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me. Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
Ja, klar.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
Belieferung?
A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Die Leute. Okay.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Ich suche hier nach jemandem mit dem Namen Gladys.
The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go, on your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
Ich hätte gerne einen Drink. Kannst du ein Etablissement empfehlen?
Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right. You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony.
Kann ich irgendwo einen Job finden?
Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. 2 biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
Ich Ich suche eher nach etwas vor Ort.
Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
If you're thinking to make a career here, don't waste your time. Full-time jobs on Groundbreaker tend to be inherited, or go to a fellow crew member's kid. Keep it in the family, you know.
Vitamin B. Funktioniert das bei Halcyon Holdings eigentlich?
Are you pulling my leg?
Ich bin neu hier in der Ecke.
You must be one of them long-haul freighters from outside the colony. Well, I won't hold it against you. Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board.
Der Vorstand kontrolliert den Großteil des Systems, richtig?
Yep. Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners. Seems like every year the Board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing bays. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year.
Wie passt die Groundbreaker in dieses Bild?
Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody'd been de-thawed and dropped dirtside, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are.
So, gibt es irgendwo eine Vorstandsetage, in der alle diese Unternehmensleiter sitzen?
Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself. Glad to help.
Nice. Was kannst du mir über die Sublight Salvage
They
sagen?
strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads. Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them.
Ich hätte nicht gedacht, dass es im System so viele freie Auftraggeber gibt.
Relative to the Board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either.
Mehr wollte ich dazu gar nicht
All
wissen.
right?
Was kannst du mir über diesen Yoda im Bedford sagen?
He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the Board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a Board man and all. He's our liaison.
Klingt nach einem tollen Kerl.
Really likes his cereals, too. Maybe a little too much. Bit of a weird bird, all told.
Don't see what's so wrong about liking cereals. They're fun.
Udam takes it to an, unhealthy level.
Anscheinend herrscht eine gewisse Spannung zwischen dem Vorstand und der Groundbreaker.
You noticed, huh?
Ich bin einfach clever.
What can I say? We're passionate folks, and the Board can't abide that independent spirit, especially not when it might impact their bottom line.
Sieht so
All
aus,
their
Mann.
interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top and manifest processing fees with every one. Folks around here will bluster that the Board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
Ja, kann ich nachvollziehen. Kann den Vorstand so dazu bringen, sie instande zu setzen.
You mean the heat? Sure, we could make them fix it, but what would they do in retaliation? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new Groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The Board wouldn't do that. Would they?
Ah,
The Board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we make do all right. So far, anyway.
danke für die
Sure
Info.
thing. Be seeing you.
Bye, Bro. Na, dann gehen wir halt mal hier lang. Lustig, dass man da einfach durchkommt. Private Lee Flores. Kommandant Sanita.
Unless you're here to file an incident report or to inquire about the bounty posting, I must kindly ask you to clear out. The Mardet's offices aren't for leisure time nor loitering.
Ich stehe auf Kopfgeldjagd.
Got a hot one for you. Captain Gunnar McRed. Just 26 hours old. The posting, that is, not the criminal. Allegations include several counts of flying under the influence, carrying open alcoholic containers, failure to pay docking fees, resisting arrest, and assaulting not one but 2 officers.
Fliegen unter dem Einfluss von illegalen Drogen.
Swerving in the air was more like it. Then he crashed hard into the dock and tumbled out of his ship and fled on foot. Spilled Rizzo's Violet Spectrum vodka all over Officer Hartley. An affront of its own, considering none of us are approved for anything higher than green spectrum.
Irgendwelche Hinweise, wo ich McRed finden könnte?
Last tip we got pointed toward the back bays. You want the reward? Do the legwork.
Ob man so jemanden auch lebend abliefern kann?
You and about 6 other enterprising mavericks. It's only a matter of time before someone brings me McRed's head, or his lucky lighter, as proof of kill. I do hope...
Wie ist das so, für den Sicherheitsdienst auf einer Raumstation zu arbeiten?
Do I look like your gossipy best friend?
Yes.
While I'm on post, I take my duties real serious. I would have no qualms whatsoever escorting you to a cell. Understand?
Ja.
I'm not here for a chat.
Was ist ein
We're the
Marder?
security force here on Groundbreaker. Started back before the crossing, you know.
Warum dann Marder und nicht Wache oder Polizist?
The original force was made up of a Marine detachment from the 77th Marine Expeditionary Unit. Folks started calling us Mardettes because it was easier to say. Guess it stuck.
Private Lee
Hi there.
Flores.
Haven't seen you around before. What can Groundbreaker Security do for you today?
Der scheint ein bisschen aufgeschlossener zu sein als die Dame. Ich versuche nur, mich hier zurechtzufinden. Was machst du hier?
This is the security desk, sir. If you're here to report a crime, you'll want to talk to Commandant Sanita. I'm not authorized to take incident reports anymore.
Und was du gerne Vorfälle mehr aufnehmen? Hast du was verbrochen, Mann?
I'm not so good at filing. Mix up first name and surname 1, 2, 7 times. Well, folks are liable to start taking your filing privileges away.
Oh, armer Bub. Macht ihr hier auch Führungen oder sowas?
We can't just let anyone walk in here. I wouldn't be, well, it's not... we just don't.
Sowas mit Überzeugungsarbeit geht?
If you clear an open bounty and get in good with Commandant Sanita, or help Chief Tennyson fix this heat, that might warrant a thank you tour or something.
Können wir alles machen, ne? Wir sind noch Freunde, Lee, oder nicht? Du tust mir einen Gefallen und ich tue dir auch irgendwann mal einen. Ah.
All right, I guess. In and out, though. Just try not to do any shady stuff. I'd like to keep my job.
Cool.
This is it. Security. I can check the departures registry to find out which crew the Scholar shipped in and out with.
You were hearing things.
What can Groundbreaker Security do?
Ich suche Arbeit. Irgendwelche Ideen?
Chief Tennyson don't generally hire outsiders for station jobs, but you could try asking at Sublight Salvage. They got an office on the far end of the promenade deck. Anything else?